Hello everyone, I'm Abhishek HR. Welcome back to the online session on Management and Economics. In the previous session, we have solved the problems on present worth and future worth conditions. In continuation to that, in today's session, I'm going to explain about the payback comparison method. So, the payback comparison method, it is a simple method. It is a simple method which is used to calculate the rough estimation or the number of duration that an investment will pay for itself. So, I will write the definition here. It is a simple method which is used to find a rough estimation of time that an investment will take to pay for itself. So, this is the definition of the payback comparison method. It is a simple method which is used to find a rough estimation of time that an investment will take to pay for itself, which means if you are investing some amount for certain number of durations, so after that duration of time you will get the total sum amount. So that duration is very important because the people will attract towards the less number of duration with more profit. LIC is the best example for payback comparison method. Why? Because in life insurance scheme we are going to pay the amount per year or for 6 months, and after a certain number of duration of time, so we'll get the total sum of the amount. For example, for a year if I am investing 1 lakh for the life insurance till 5 years, so after 5 years it will become 5 lakhs. So to that 5 lakhs they will add some interest amount. It will be around maybe 6 lakhs or 6.5 lakhs. So after completion of 5 years you will not get the amount. They will say you will get the amount around 7 to 8 lakhs if you get after 6 years, means they will extend 1 more years. So during certain that duration of time, so your amount is going to increase. So that is what the payback comparison method means. At certain number of time, at certain duration of time, so your investment will going to increase, or the initial investment is going to increase to that particular time. So after completion of that time you will get the total sum amount. And but here the thing is the duration, the period, the duration or period is very important, because the people will attract towards less number of duration or the minimum number of years for the maximum amount. So we will see that condition in the payback comparison method. So here we have a formula for the payback period. Payback period is equal to required investment, that is the initial investment amount, divided by annual receipts minus annual expenditure. Here annual receipts is like the income. If you are investing some amount and if you are purchasing something, or if you are purchasing something, so for that you will get some additional amount, or if you get some income from that particular asset, so for that we call it as the annual receipts. And the annual expenditure, the maintenance or the any other expenditure cost. So this is the formula to find out the payback period. Payback period is equal to required investment divided by annual receipts minus annual expenditure. Payback period is equal to P divided by R minus C. P is the investment, initial investment, R is the annual receipt, and C is the annual expenditure. And we can also write like this: payback period is equal to first cost divided by net annual savings. First cost is the investment and net annual savings is like the revenue. So we'll solve one problem based on the payback comparison method so that we'll understand in detail regarding the payback method. Following are the estimates of 3 alternative investments made on 3 different machines in an industry. Following are the estimates of 3 alternative investments made on 3 different machines in an industry. Find out which machine has the fastest payback period. Find out which machine has the fastest payback period. So they are given 3 machine details: machine A, machine B and machine C. So first one is the initial investment. The first investment or the initial investment of machine A is 30,000. For machine B 38,000. For machine C 42,000. These are the initial investments. Annual receipts means the gross income or the total income. For machine A 20,000, for machine B 23,500 and for machine C 26,000. Annual expenditures 5,500, 6,500 and 7,000. 5,500 for machine A, 6,500 for machine B and 7,000 for machine C. And we have economic life also. Economic life of the machine A is 4 years and for machine B it is 4 years and machine C is also 4 years. Now we have to find out the payback period for all the 3 machines and have to select the best one. So let us solve this. So first we will solve for machine A. Machine A. So what is the initial investment? P is how much? 30,000. And R is how much? Annual receipt 20,000. And C, that is the annual expenditures, that is 5,500. And we need to find out the payback period. Payback period. Here we have the formula. Payback is equal to P divided by R minus C. So payback is equal to P is how much? 30,000 divided by R is 20,000 divided by 5,500. 5,500. So payback year will be 2.06 years. 2.06 years. This is for machine A. This is for machine A. Now we will see for machine B. For machine B. For machine B, P is how much? 38,000 and R is 23,500 and C is 6,500. So payback is equal to P divided by R by C. So payback is equal to P is how much? 38,000. 38,000 divided by 23,500 minus 6,500. So we'll get payback year as 2.23 years. This is for machine B. Then we have for machine C. For machine C. P is how much? 42,000 and R is how much? 26,000 and C is 7,000. So payback formula, while calculating for each machine you should write the formula because you have a separate marks for the formula. P by R minus C. Payback is equal to 42,000 divided by 26,000 minus 7,000. So the payback year will be 2.21 years. So this is for machine C. Now see the all three payback periods. For machine A it is 2.06 years, for machine B it is 2.23 years and for machine C it is 2.21 years. Now you have to select which is the best one. Obviously we will go for the less number of duration, that is machine A, 2.06 years. So machine A has the very lowest payback period. So we will go for the machine A. So machine A is best alternative among all the three machines. So like this we can calculate the payback year. So here we have the machines, means the machine specific machines expenditures and the machine investment cost. So like that in some of the different kinds of problem you may get different alternatives or different datas. The formula and the procedure is same. Payback is equal to P by R minus C. So coming to this problem, so they have given three machines, machine A, machine B, machine C. So for machine A we got 2.06 years, for machine B we got 2.23 years, for machine C we got 2.21 years. So I have select the machine A, that is 2.06 years. The next concept is equivalent annual worth comparison. So as we are discussing from present worth, future worth and payback conditions. So the last concept in this unit, that is present, future and annual worth. So the last concept is annual worth conditions, equivalent annual worth comparison. See, annual worth comparison is almost similar to your present worth and future worth. In fact, we can say that present worth, future worth and annual worth are both are one and the same. The thing is, the analyzing the alternatives or the way or the method that what we have adopting to analyze the best alternative, so that will makes the difference as present worth, future worth and annual worth condition. Here also we are going to find out the annual worth amount of the assets, so based on the cash outflow and cash inflow. So here in the annual worth conditions, they are going to assume certain assumptions, the same assumption what they have assumed in the present worth conditions. Here also they are going to apply the same assumptions. In this equivalent comparison, some of the values are already annualized and some of the values to be annualized. So that we should be careful while solving the problem. And we don't have much theory for this also, we have only the problems only. So let's solve the problem based on the annual worth conditions. So now let's solve the problem so that we can understand in detail about the equivalent annual worth comparison. A publishing house to purchase an offset printing press, 3 dealers have responded to the tender called whose particulars are given in the table. A publishing house to purchase an offset printing press. So for that there are 3 tender dealers have approached them whose particulars are given in the table. Determine the best alternative based on the annual equivalent method by assuming the rate of interest I is equal to 12.5%, and this is the given table. In the first column we have manufacturer XYZ, there are 3 manufacturers are there. Down payment for all the 3 manufacturers, they have given the down payment and yearly installment, salvage value, number of payment and life. Down payment means that is the initial investment. For X manufacturer it is 8 lakhs, for manufacturer Y it is 7 lakhs, for manufacturer Z it is 5 lakhs. And yearly equal installment, that is the annual amount, that is 2,25,000. The Y is offering 2 lakhs and Z is offering 2,50,000. And the salvage value is 0, means all the 3 manufacturers are giving the salvage value is 0 only. So there are no secondary income or there are no secondary cost. Number of years of payment and life, the number of duration, that is small n. How much? 10. For all the 3 manufacturers are giving 10 years only. And one more important data, that is rate of interest I is equal to 12.5%. So for this we need to calculate the annual worth amount. So now let us start with the first one, that is manufacturer X. Okay. So the down payment of the X is how much? P. P is 8 lakhs. Down payment P is 8 lakhs, which means it is the cash outflow. Cash outflow. Now the yearly equal installment, that is A, is how much? 2,25,000. 2,25,000. This is also cash outflow. This is also cash outflow. And we have the number of years, that is N is how much? 10. And the rate of interest I is how much? 12.5%, which means 0.125. Now for this we need to calculate the equivalent annual worth amount. So annual equivalent worth of X is equal to annual equivalent worth of cash inflow minus annual equivalent worth of cash outflow. The condition. So with respect to this annual equivalent worth of X is equal to, here cash inflow is 0. So we have in cash outflow we have 2 datas, P and A. So here P should be annualized. So the condition will be P into, to find A, P is given. To find A, P is given, and this is already annualized. It is how much? 2,25,000. So directly write A. And for this we cannot extract because it is 12.5%. So just use the formula for this condition, that is the sixth type of compound interest, equivalent annual worth equivalent payment series. So that is I into 1 plus I power n divided by 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 minus A. So this is the formula. So apply the condition here. P is how much? 8 lakhs, and for this I is 0.125 into 1 plus 0.125 power 10, because n is 10, divided by 1 plus 0.125 power 10 minus 1 minus A is how much? 2,25,000. 2,25,000. So if you simplify this, we'll get minus 8 lakhs, and if you simplify this, you will get 0.1806 minus 2,25,000. So we'll get 3,69,480 rupees. This is for X. This is for X. So in this formula, if you simplify this, you will get 0.1806, or else in the compound interest table 12% and 13%, if you take the average also, so you will get the answer 0.180x. Otherwise you can directly apply the formula only, so you will get 0.1806. So if you simplify this, finally we will get 3,69,480 rupees. This is for the manufacturer X. Similarly, let us solve for manufacturer Y. Manufacturer Y. So what is the P here? P is equal to 7 lakh, and the A is how much? 2 lakhs, and the number of years will be 10 years, and rate of interest is 0.125. So according to the annual worth condition of Y, cash inflow minus cash outflow. So cash inflow is 0, so cash outflow, so I'll directly write how much? It is 2 lakhs, that is the annualized amount A, but for the initial amount 7 lakhs we need to annualize in the similar way. P into, to find A, P is given, comma I, n divided by, minus A, and so here minus, it is 7 lakhs into the same formula 0.125 into 1 plus 0.125 power n means 10 divided by 1 plus 0.125 power 10 minus 1, and minus A. A is how much? 2 lakhs. So we'll get annual equivalent worth of Y will be 3,26,420. So this is for X and this is for Y, 3,26,420 rupees. So this is for the manufacturer Y. In the similar way, for manufacturer Z, we have P is equal to 5 lakhs and A is equal to 2,50,000 and number of years will be 10 and I is equal to 0.125. So annual equivalent worth of Z is equal to, cash inflow is 0, so we have only cash outflow, so is equal to P into A by P, the similar condition, comma I, comma N minus A. So P is how much? 5 lakhs, and the condition 0.125 into 1 plus 0.125 power 10 divided by 1 plus 0.125 whole power 10 minus 1 minus A is how much? 2,50,000. 2,50,000. So annual equivalent worth of Z is equal to minus 3,40,300. Annual equivalent worth of Z means manufacturer Z is equal to minus 3,40,300. So among these three annual equivalent amount of the manufacturer X, Y and Z, so Y has the least amount, that is 3,26,420. So this is the best alternative. So this is how we are going to calculate the annual equivalent worth of the assets or any other things. So we should careful about the condition, because based on the rate of interest we can extract the value from the compound interest table. If not, like this problem, we can directly write the formula. So from the formula also we can calculate the answer. So according to this problem, alternative means manufacturer Y is the best alternative.